6 of my Let's Play series of Kerbal Space Program, and Merry Christmas for those of you who actually may be watching this on Christmas. Well, technically it's being recorded about 1 in the morning on the 24th. I'll just release it tomorrow, the 25th of December. Anywho, last time we successfully flew by the moon, came back, did not explode in the atmosphere, and recovered a ship that encountered a flyby of the moon, or mud. And we have a lot of money and science and how to spend it. What I'm going to upgrade first is going to be the tracking station. This is going to allow me then to be able to see or do more orbital maneuver things like the pouch conics, or being able to set maneuver nodes instead of just winging it. And let's go to the Research and Development Center and see what we can buy with the science. I want the Terrier engine because I do. And let's see, what else do we want? Flight control, that seems to be doing okay. Basic science, let's see. Get some batteries, that would be good. Science Junior, that would be also good. Uh, let's see, experiment storage unit. This is new. Just want to take a look through here real quick to see exactly what this is. By the looks of it, is something that you can store experiments in. Interesting. Some radiator and a high gain antenna. Um, Nothing there I particularly want apart from maybe the batteries. What I would like though is solar panels so I do not run out of electricity. And we still have a little bit of science left, so let's see what we can get. Want to get to landing, so let's see, aviation, nothing there really. Reaction wheel, I can see that being of use. Am I going to be able to get landing? Probably not. Okay. Anyways, that's all the stuff we're going to buy today. Let's go to mission control, see what else we might be able to get. Available. Let's see. Orbit the moon. And yet, we would like to take the moon. Okay. I will go to the moon and orbit it. Is that all I have to do? It is all I have to do. Alright, so let's go back to the vehicle assembly building and build a rocket to orbit the moon. Once it loads. If it loads. Oh, okay, good. My game did not crash. So, as always, let's go with the command pod. Before we forget it, let's find the parachute. I think it's in utility. Looks like it is. And right underneath there, let's go with payload. I want to use a service bay again. Open it. That way we can put some science stuff inside of it. Ooh, a science junior. Get a lot of science off of it. Should I take it or should I not? I'll go with it. And want two of the mystery goose. Two barometers to measure atmospheric pressure of space. And two thermometers as well to see how cold or hot space is. At the bottom of this, before I forget, I'm going to want a heat shield. And I'm probably going to want to put some batteries in here as well. Only because I have no means of... Actually, wait, yes I do. I can make power. Let's see, how do I want to stuff the batteries in? I want to get them, if I can, onto the sides. There we go. And let's close this. The panels, we can go one on each side. That should suffice. So maybe a little bit lower, just about like that. On top of which is where I will be putting the radial mount parachutes. I know that probably, no, that does not look right. Should I do something very unintelligent and just stick one on the back? I know that's a horrible design, but I think I'll go with it. Let's see. Stick these right here. That's really, really bad though. I'll figure out something to do. I wonder if this would work. If I could open up and stick the parachutes inside here. Huh. Stick them on the wing? Nope, not there. What about like... move these maybe out a little bit more. Come on. Oh, and oh, okay, there it goes. Alright, got some parachutes in there as well. I know that's probably not a very good idea to stuck the parachutes in there, but I'm gonna go with it. Got the solar panels on, which probably could be better, but oh well. This is also in a way a lot more than anything I've launched before, not having any ability to see or any ability to tell how much I weigh and how much thrust I'm producing probably isn't going to go very well. So I'm just going to go totally overboard on the rest of the rocket. And I know there's some more I'm probably going to want to get as well, but oh well. So two and a little bit, not just two. Engines, the Terrier engine, small little one, and coupling, another stacked coupler, fuel tanks. So with a few of these. Mass 15.940 tons. Let's see. Max thrust. Swivel engine. And 169. Let's go with it. So this is going to be the basic rocket that I'm going to build and try and get to the moon and orbit the moon with, which don't think it'll work, to be honest. But who knows? What I am going to do though is do everything I can to try and make it work. So by adding more parts, more engine, more thrust, always good. And down one. Engines, let's go with the swivel again so we can maintain. Wait a second. I think, did I? Aha, we have the winglets. With equivalent. So I can stick these on, then not have to necessarily worry about thrust vectoring or the engine swiveling around to maintain control, so I can get the more powerful engine. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, there. Then one in the middle. Alright. Let's bring those down. like them as close to the bottom as we can get. Alright, that looks good. Actually, I changed my mind. I want them in the middle. Come on. There we go. And then need struts to hold everything together. And then let's get some to hold it to the base portion itself as well. I'm probably going to go with total overkill here, but I kind of need to ensure I'll be able to get into space. And nose cones. And just because I can, I'm going to stick some more rockets onto it. And I know my staging's probably all sorts of messed up, but that's okay. And aerodynamic. And some nose cones on it. Then let us strut together the external ones. I'm just going to attach those to the things that they're attached to. That should be good, I hope. Alright. This, I hope, is going to be able to allow me to orbit the moon and get back. That's a very heavy payload, though, which is my only concern. And the ability to control it. Know what I will do? I am going to add a reaction wheel. Small incline. Oh, that's way too small. Huh. I wonder if I can stick it on top of here. I can. Aha. That will look a little weird, but it'll work. The reaction wheels, it helps add torque and to spin your aircraft around or move it easier. I think I'm almost done here. Just need to get the launch clamps, and I want to clamp them on by like that would work. Actually, let's go like this. Stop being weird. There we go. Perfect. And now to make sure we got the staging right. So I want all view engines and you to all fire at the same time. I'm going to want the exterior to go. No need for interior to go, but okay. Then the middle, then fire the engine, then the upper one, and the two. So maybe I'll get to go to the moon. Maybe not. I do not know. But I'm about to find out. Let's click the launch button. Alright, and it is dark out. Awesome. I hope this works. Well, let's go. I'm gonna throttle down a lot. No need to be going as fast as it was. Maybe get it to tilt over a little bit. Alright. Seems to be working okay so far, which is good. Going maybe a bit too fast, which isn't necessarily good, but it'll be okay, I hope. And away goes the solid rocket fuel booster things. And no need to be going this fast here. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Again, I want to not push against the atmosphere as much as I possibly can help it. speaking of which, what is my Apple Apps saying at? 40,000. Alright. Probably want to start changing it a little bit, going more horizontal. As Jebediah prepares to make history to be the first Kerbal to orbit the Mun, or Moon. The game calls it the Mun, that's why I keep referring it to that. And let's see. 85,000. I can stop wasting fuel. And whoops, nope, not the space exit button. Do not want to exit right now. And now we're just going to kind of chill out and wait until we go up into space. And then we're going to launch the rocket some more. Alright, maybe a little bit further up. 70,000, that would be good. And now I'm going to want to use the map view. That way I can see what my periapsis, or the lowest point of my orbit, will be. I just want to burn and burn and burn some more fuel. Sorry, this is like the kind of parts that if I were editing these videos I would edit out, but I'm not. Sorry. Not yet, at least. Give it time. I will eventually. Okay. We are in orbit with a little bit of fuel left in our launch stage, which is good. So I do believe this is going to work. No idea if you guys could hear that or not, but my heater just kicked in. So is it going to let me add a maneuver node? Or is it not? Huh. It's not. Awesome. So I want to do the same thing that I've been doing the other times. It looks like, I believe all I should have to do is right click, and then it would. I wonder if it'll let me target this yet. Set as target. Okay. Oh, well, we have a target, but it's not going to let me set up a maneuver node. Awesome. I was kind of hoping it would. Anyways, we're going to go around and a bit more around. In essence, do the same thing I did the other two times to get over there, which is going to be just burn right at it. I do not believe I am going to be able to get into... No, I should be able to get into orbit still, I believe. Whoa, I should probably be paying a bit more attention, because pretty soon now I'm going to have to start burning and hopefully get to the moon. Almost there. Or not. I need to remember what the keyboard binding controls are for. Come on, let's go. There we go. Probably missed it a little bit, but the moon is a very easy place to get to. Within the game, at least. Much more difficult, probably, in real life. And that stage is done. Let's get rid of it and start burning the other stage. And whoa, I have a lot more control now, which is awesome. I don't believe I'm doing this right, but oh well. Wish that would go out quicker. What am I doing with fuel? Oh, I have plenty of fuel. Again, I didn't really do any testing before I made the chip. I just kind of pieced it together and was like, yeah, I think that should work. And we shall see if it does. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Whoa, okay. That's good. Okay, so I have a intercept with the moon. Um, let's try and get that periapsis a bit further down to a lot shorter. Okay, I made a bit of a mistake, but oh well. And the orbit that I'm going to be going at it like this, uh, let's see, 34,000, that should be good enough from here. So we're going to the moon when we have plenty of fuel left, so this is going to work. Awesome. I want to timestamp a little bit until we can see the sun, at which point I'm going to stop timestamping, make sure a solar panel can receive sunlight, which it is. That way the electric charge is outlined right here in the top right does not go to zero, because a lot of this stuff I have takes electricity, and I kind of need electricity. Anywho, shall we fast forward? I think we shall. Time warp. This is another part I'd just edit out if I was doing that, but I'm not. Sorry, guys. Going to the moon. If only it was as quick and easy in real life, which fortunately it's not. And you can see the moon starting to catch up with us. Very soon here, I will be under the sphere of influence, or be influenced by the moon's gravity more so by Kerbal's or gravity. Alright. And it looks like we're going to go down to... is it going to let me stop timestamping? Stop timestamping, time warping to 34,000 meters. That should be a safe altitude. I don't see anything shooting through out of the moon at that altitude, so I'm going to just go there, and then at which point try and circularize or turn my orbit, which is currently not a circle, into one, and orbit it, and instead of just going around and being flung back at Earth or Kerbal. And I am doing this intentionally slow. If I time warp too quickly, then I have the potential of missing the point that I need to start burning, and I kind of do not want to do that. Almost there, though. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Almost. Start slowing it down a bit. Still almost there. Alright. And there. And then I want to point retrograde and burn. And burn and burn and burn and burn and burn some more. Hopefully this works. And I am in an orbit around the moon. I'm going to intentionally keep this further out so I can collect science from far space from the moon or Mun, as well as near space, which is where I am right now. And there I am, just kind of floating on by. And let us observe the materials bay. I'm going to keep the experiment because I want the science. Then I'm going to close it so it doesn't burn up within the atmosphere. Now going to open up the other bay, observe some mystery goo. Keep the experiment. Log temperature, keep it. And the barometer as well. And can we get a crew report? No, I'm gonna wait till we're at far science to get the crew report. Or far from the moon. And let's just time warp around a little bit. Would be nice to edit this. I'll stop complaining about not being able to edit things. Anyways, I can fast forward it a little bit more. And now we are at our furthest point, roughly. I kind of overshot it a little bit from the moon. And we're just kind of, we kind of just spinning at least. That was due to me telling it to point retrograde still, so we were no longer pointing in the right direction I was telling it to, so it was correcting itself so we would. Anyways, let's take crew report. Open up the service bay. That's the side that we've used, so this will be the side that we have not. So let's keep you, and you, and the pressure. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to get us a lot of science at all, but oh well. And now to escape. Or go back to Kerbal after completing a trip around the moon. And stop. Alright. And go a little bit. And this is close enough. So to get out, what we're going to want to do is go faster. So turn on the SAS stability control. Tell it to point prograde, or in the way that we're actually moving, and just burn. And there we go. We are going to escape the moon's sphere of influence. And I want to go ahead and time warp it a bit quicker. Come on. And just cut it down a little bit. And since I have way more than enough fuel, going to point a retrograde or away from where we're going. I should probably stop explaining that too. I've explained it like 20 times. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. And burn back down so we can go back. You keep noticing we keep encountering the moon again, which is not necessarily a good thing, because we want to go home and not necessarily back. I want to go for about 35 is going to be my goal, or 35,000 meters. Uh-oh. Come on, almost there. Okay, 35,000 and some odd. We're going to encounter the moon again, but that's okay. Because we will not be encountering it for long as we just kind of go by. And let us see what that has done. Ooh, it's still 35. Awesome. And now time to time warp. And not time warp as much, maybe a little bit more. Because I don't want to miss it and screw everything up. That would be bad. And maybe a little bit less. And a lot less yet. And it's good. Yeah, I'm going to want you pointing that way eventually, so you're fine. And time stamp warp a bit more and not, and more and not. And now I'm in the atmosphere. I want to use the last of my fuel to try and slow down as much as I can. Oh, it's catching on fire. That's bad. That's bad. Let us. Uh-oh. I screwed up. I screwed up. Maybe. Okay, that was almost bad. So, I started being on all fire and getting all hot while the rocket was still going. That would have blown up. If that blown up, I blew up. I did not stop the rocket from firing when I detached it, though, so I had the rocket pushing against my heat shield and it wouldn't go away and kept heating up. And it's blowing up. That would be us. Fortunately, it's not us that's blowing up. As we go very quickly through the sky. Probably going to end up in the water, I'd imagine. No, maybe. Somewhere in this area is where we're going to land. Hopefully. Alright. Nope, yep, we're definitely going to land. We're not going to be flung off back in space, and by the looks of it, we are probably going to be in the water, too. And down we go, and down we go. I hope the parachutes work right. It would really suck if they didn't. Fire. Burn, baby, burn. Okay. Jebediah looks like he's having a good time down there. Now, at what height should I deploy my parachutes? I'm going to go with 5,000. I will time warp or accelerate time a bit. Turn off. No, I want to keep the stability control on. But yeah, we're definitely going to land in the water. And this is the temperature I'm going to decide to. Whoa, why aren't you deploying? Deploy. While stowed. Open. Uh-oh. Deploy. There we go. I have a feeling that shouldn't work, but it did. There should be another one to deploy. You. Deploy. Okay. Not the best way to come down with having to have these open, but I don't know of a better way to do it. Let's get rid of the heat shield. That is a little bit of unneeded heat, and also like to watch it crash and fall into the ocean. And there it went. Right there. I am going to, however, time warp again as we just kind of fall at a whopping 3.8 7, 8, or 9 meters per second, depending on the instant it currently is. Not as overkill on the parachutes for this craft, I believe. The Science Junior adds a lot. If you can tell in size alone, it nearly doubles the size of the spacecraft. I do not want to be time warping when I do make impact, though, which should be soon. There we go. Oh, so close. 10 meters. So a few more seconds. Alright, I was worried that me having the doors open would cause some sort of issue. Evidently didn't. So, shall we go ahead and recover the vessel? See what we got out of this mission. And we got 112 science. Crew report. A lot of this, as I was explaining before, getting the same thing twice doesn't necessarily do anything per se. So it's kind of useless. But, yeah, it's okay. And what about parts? We have 410,000 and Jebediah. And I am going to call it another video at this point. Merry Christmas again. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you liked it. If you have any suggestions, I know it's a little cliche to say this, but please leave it in the comments below. Or maybe two of you who will ever actually see this. Thank you. Goodbye.